Hi, everyone. We're just waiting to connect.
Yeah. Hi.
Hello.
Hmm. Sorry, I'm also joining the same one, just. Just to see how this is gonna look from everybody's perspective. All right. Good morning. I mean, it is the afternoon.
It is. Some people might be waking up right now.
Yes. Hold on. I need to do one more thing before we get started.
No worries. Hi, everyone. I see some of my PHAs.
Okay. So hopefully we don't have any connection issues because sometimes the internet can be tricky.
Yes, I have to send my husband and daughter on a walk. You guys need to go.
Yeah, no. Okay. So what are we talking about today, Valeria?
We're going to be talking about body image. And what else are we talking about, Robbie?
And self-esteem.
Right.
I have a question for you. What is body image to you?
Body image to me, I would have to say is how you want to see yourself, or just what you imagine what you want yourself to look like, what's a healthy way. Yeah, I think it's body image is just a personal outlet and how you view yourself, not necessarily someone else.
So more of a personal perspective rather than someone else's.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how I would view it.
Hmm. I like that. I like that. Um, what about self-esteem?
Ooh, self-esteem's kind of tricky. I think you hear all of these things about be positive and, people should always have high self-esteem. And it's a little easier to say than to do. But I think personally, self-esteem is just can change. And sometimes you have really high self-esteem, and sometimes you have low self-esteem, and it kind of just depends on how you're feeling. um, but yeah, I think it can change. For me, it's just like adapting to the circumstances in your life or what's going on, and I think it can change, but I don't
Awesome. Well, thank you for answering those two questions for me. I really love that answers. Do you want to talk about anything? Maybe we can even pin the teen clinic phone number.
know.
Um,
Yeah. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Let's see
and for those of you
here.
that are watching, you can type in like, what does self-esteem mean to you, or what does body image mean to you? Like, we'd love to hear what you think. Everybody's definition of either of those terms is different. Some people can see it in a really positive way. Some can see it like in the glass half empty or half full. It just all depends on how you see it. And we're here to talk about that. So if you have any questions or if you have any comments that you'd like to share, feel free to type it in.
I think I'm having trouble with this pinning. Let's see.
I should be able to, should give you what's it called? An option on your side.
Mm,
Maybe if you like press and hold it.
Let me see. I'll try one more time if you want to keep going. doing the phone number, right?
Yes.
All right, let me see. If anyone can do it faster than I can. Let's see. Okay. I don't know if that. No, I'm not doing anything. We have one comment of self-esteem. Did you want me to read it or?
Yeah, go for it.
So we have Darvin, who says self-esteem for me is how I view myself based on how I feel, sorry, how I'm feeling and my confidence or lack of. I think that is a great answer. I also, I feel the same. I think self-esteem should be something that, comes within, and it's easier, again, said than done, to not let other people kind of have your self-esteem go up or down. We shouldn't let others influence, but in reality sometimes others do. Sometimes we need those positive people in our lives to lift us up and make us feel, a solid 10.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd I'd say that is really good too. Also, having someone that can also bring like your self-esteem up could be a pretty good way to help bring it up regardless of like maybe you have high self-esteem, but then there's always that one person that kind of just can tell you like, yeah, like kind of reassure it in a way.
Right. So I was reading the comments. So we have another
Yeah.
one. Self-esteem to me is a reflection of how well I treat my well-being. So yeah, self-care is definitely a good way to kind of build your self-esteem in a positive way. You see,
Mm-hmm.
we have one more. Self-esteem is how good I treat myself because that reflects how good I feel. Um, yeah, again, I think it's something that um, changes and can adapt, and again, depending on your circumstances. Self-esteem is not always going to be high, it's not always going to be low, um, and it's just something we should be aware of. It's not necessarily a bad thing to have low self-esteem on a certain day if something, really got you down that day, but it's just something to be aware of, for self-care.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Anything else you would want to add or
um no, I think we can go into body image.
okay. So what do you body image, what do you want to input on body image?
I think it's important, for people to understand kind of their understanding of body image. Um, for me, I think a healthy way to view body image is just, it's a personal thing. It isn't trying to compare yourself to what's going on, what are the trends, that celebrities want or think body image should look like. I think, again, it's a personal choice. Do you want to be healthy? Do you want to be muscular? I think body image is just
Hmm.
another self-reflection of yourself, and what you want and your goals are for your body.
Yeah. Um, I lost my train of thought. Yes, that's really good too. For me, body image, I guess, is how comfortable you feel about yourself, which is basically like repeating what you say, like, just being comfortable with like the way you are, and if you're gonna do like any sort of improvement on yourself, you gotta do it because it's for you and nobody else. Like it's just personal that way instead of changing for someone else, change for yourself.
Yeah. I think you said that. No, I think you said that like perfect. Uh, Again, body image is something that could also change. When I was a lot younger, body image to me meant something totally different than now. And again, body image should just be something. that's a personal choice, and something that you should have control over.
Mm-hmm.
And then again, if it's body image, if something that you're struggling with, I really feel that at Teen Clinic we do offer kind of those counseling sessions, that support system. If you just constantly are struggling with the body image, even if you keep changing your body image or wanting it to look a certain way and then changing it, if it's just something you're struggling with and you're not necessarily um, happy or comfortable with, we have those services at Teen Clinic where you can talk to someone and just see what's a healthy way um, to kind of think of your body image.
Mm-hmm. And Josie put something really good on here too. There's so much health information in the Latinx community that doesn't really focus on health, but on looks, which can lead to people not feeling when comfortable in when body about
Oh,
body
maybe
or
their body. Yeah,
yeah. Um,
kind of like, yeah, that project that you were mentioning
oh yeah.
before.
Mhm.
I don't know if you want to
The
share.
the body pride project from SDSU is a really good resource that kind of like not it kind of just opens your eyes to see how much of body influence like self-esteem and then body image is influenced by external things such as like the media, like magazines and like models that just look a certain way, and it kind of portrays on like someone that's not famous or like yeah on like, oh, maybe I should be looking like that person, or I need to make an effort to look like that person, when in reality that's not the point. The point is that you just want to make yourself feel better instead of just copying something that you see, right? Yes.
How long have you been working with that project or part of that?
I started working, well, not working with them. I participated in their project, I think like a year ago, if I remember well, and it was pretty eye opening, as I would say, or like that's the way that I can describe it. Is that like I didn't because I don't pay attention much to like media, and I see like pictures of all these men that are like super buff and like chiseled everywhere, and I'm just like, wow, that is beauty. And then realizing that that's not really what it's all about. It's more just you kind of had to find the beauty in like everything else, not just whatever people or like the media is just kind of like throwing at you. So it
Right.
was really interesting just to how it switched my perspective like really quick, and how comfortable it's made me feel like with how my body has been either changing because of like the quarantine, or how like just kind of reflecting on like my past self to my present self. Like it was very interesting, and I think like it's made me feel a little bit more comfortable with where I am now than where I was in the past. So i'm I'm very grateful for that experience. So if anybody wants to participate, I suggest you look up the Body Pride Project at SCSU. So,
Yeah, I think just kind of brainstorming because I do coordinate a program um, at San Isidro Health. So I wonder if we would be able to incorporate something like that into our program on just positive body image and what does body image mean to youth. I feel is something that youth could benefit from only because they are on social media more, and they are probably seeing things on what they should look like or how they should dress and things like that. And again, it's just I would want them to just whatever they're comfortable or however they feel their body should look like is their personal choice.
mm-hmm.
And that you had a great experience so far in that program. I think we
Yeah.
have. Do you want to read? We have a comment.
Mhm. Authenticity. Oh wow. Authenticity is key to reassuring how you perceive your body image and self-esteem, in my opinion. That is really good. Also, that Tali,
Tali.
why, Tali, I don't know how to pronounce them, but that is a really good, I really like that too. It's very good. I don't know how else to describe it, but it's very good.
Yeah, no,
Um,
I feel just as, we work pretty closely with Teen Clinic. It's just important that youth know that they could come to Teen Clinic and to talk about these things, and to just keep in mind that, body image is not something that should, again, be influenced by anyone. We just want to make sure that all of our patients and everyone that comes in to see us or talk to one of the health educators just feels comfortable and understand that we're pretty understanding and open, and we don't have any judgment, and all of our services are free and confidential, and it's just another way for you or for others to come and just share their thoughts, and what they're feeling, and what they think is body image, or if they just want more information on how to be healthy. Not necessarily what they look like, but maybe how their health is and how they can improve those things, is something that we want to make sure everyone knows that that's something that we offer at Teen Clinic.
yeah, that's good too. Like, I mean, and body image isn't all about like exercising. It's also how you take care of yourself mentally, how you nourish yourself too. Um, I always like to start with like eating habits because I think at one point I was only eating junk food and I started to notice that I started feeling a little bit gross, like I had stomach aches like too often. So I was like, better cut back on the junk food. And then surely enough, like is when I started feeling like better with less like stomach pains. And I was like, oh, maybe like this is the change that I need to make for myself that is basically going to benefit me in the long run. But I mean, that's just my personal thing. Like, it could be the complete opposite for someone else, but you never know.
Right. No, yeah, I think we touched on our personal beliefs. Does anyone want to share what they feel like, self-esteem, what helps them kind of keep their self-esteem balanced? Is there anything you do that do you do self-esteem checks with yourself, Robbie?
Um, Self-esteem checks, I think for me is more in my baking. Sometimes when I bake something and it comes out good or I get a reaction from my partner and they love it, I'm just like, woo, it's a great boost to my self-esteem. Also, it just makes me feel like I did something like good when I started making the dessert. And and then it just kind of makes me want to make more and more and more and then try different things. So it's kind of like that little like it's like a little treat system in a way. Like for me, it's like made
Oh,
it
wait a minute.
better and it shoots out everywhere too.
Let me see. I think you're freezing. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I like to do, no, you're fine. I like to do self-esteem checks. I feel like I didn't need to do them before so much. But then after becoming a mom and being in quarantine, and it's like I don't even really get ready. It's just kind of she comes first. Oh, I think, okay. And so I think, especially being a mom, you kind of put yourself back, like put your obviously your child first, and it's kind of hard sometimes to remember like that self-care and that like self-esteem. Like sometimes I have to be like, what is my self-esteem? Like I don't even know what day it is. And so I think now just making that kind of like check in with yourself and just where am I at? How am I feeling? Just take that like 5 minutes to kind of think about just those things. How are you feeling? What are your goals? Are you reaching where you want to be? And I think, yeah, I think if you just have those check-ins with yourself, even if you have, again, just like 5 minutes alone, just to do that, I think is um, a good way to just kind of gauge where you're at. And if you don't like where you're at, to, kind of get yourself on track.
Yeah, that's good. Do you ever do like, is there anything like you do? Like I sometimes when I'm in the shower, like my little mini concerts, that kind of boosts up my self-esteem too. Um, I'll be I'll be bopping to Ariana Grande, maybe some Kesha. I'll just have my own little concert and like it just puts you in a great mood.
Yeah, I think definitely finding a hobby or I don't know, anything that kind of just makes you feel good about yourself. I play adult softball, and that's something that for me is just an outlet. It's something that obviously not right now, which I'm sad, but hopefully when things get back as normal as they can be. But that's something that I do for me, and it's something that makes me feel good, makes me feel, like I'm young again, and just
You're still young.
playing softball is just something I get to do, and it just makes me feel good about myself. It makes me, I get to socialize with other people and to play the sport that I love, and it's just something for me, just like how you say baking for you. I think if someone has something, or if they do want to feel good about themselves, find something that makes you feel good.
Yeah, totally. Mm. Anything else we could cover, or like anybody wanna like give their what they do just to give themselves a little boost of self-confidence? Um, I know sometimes like I've been getting a little bit into makeup, and then like I'll just try something, like even if it's just one eye or like half the face or just one part of the face, and if I get it right, I'm just like, yeah, you're doing good.
I know
So
that's for
it's pretty fun.
me. Yeah, I think also maybe trying new things. You don't know if you're gonna like something or how something's gonna make you feel until you try it. Something I've been wanting to do that I haven't. I have a friend who has been doing these live streams of like watercoloring, but she uses like household appliances so that you don't have to go and buy like art supplies. So she'll
Hmm.
grab like just things from the house and show you how to make art out of it. And I've been wanting to try, and I haven't, but I think that I might, especially if it comes out good. I feel like I would
Yeah,
feel, like I accomplished something, and that probably will boost my self-esteem.
yeah, that's really interesting. I love that idea. Hmm. I'll have to check them out. So if you put the link, add it somewhere, just let me know.
I'll put that on there. Let's see. Yeah, but I think we covered it. Again, it isn't something we, have a big lesson on. We just wanted to check in with everyone and make sure everyone's doing those little check-ins with themselves for self-care and self-esteem and body image. Again, a lot of people are posting, oh, I'm gaining a lot of weight and, on quarantine, or some people are using it to get into shape. And again, it's just have those little check-ins with yourself, and where do you want to be, and where do you see, and what does body image mean to you. We
Hmm.
have Dalia again, cleaning and decorating my room. Oh, sound to me that's like heaven. Cleaning and organizing is like my favorite thing to do. Unfortunately, I have a 1-year-old who her favorite things to do are to destroy. and get herself dirty everywhere. So I'm like constantly just trying to follow, and one of those things that I gotta wait till she's asleep. But yeah, I can so totally see how that like makes someone feel so good when something's clean and organized. And for some people,
Hmm.
that drives them crazy.
It
um.
me. I'll just be like, there's a mess, and like I'll just let it sit there for like probably like the whole day, and then by the end of the day I'll just end up cleaning it, and then it makes me feel so much better, and I'm just like, why did I wait so long to just do it?
Right. I don't know. Some people it doesn't bother them. I don't know. Some people like that.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All
Well,
right. Well,
I think
I
we're
mean,
good.
this was a short one, but if anybody else has any other stuff to add, just go ahead and add it in the comments. If not, then be a sit on our part.
And we will be, not us, but there will be another live next Wednesday at 3 o'clock. Um, and that's going to be on sexual
Gender
orientation.
and sexual orientation. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So
So
again,
it'll be
uh,
really interesting.
yeah, so tune in next Wednesday, 3 o'clock. We also have our cocktails at 2:30 on the Pump Instagram. So if you want more information on any of the other live streams that we have going on, we're all part of San Ysidro Health. Again, we all just want to make sure we're still making ourselves available for anyone that might need any services, or again just want resources. Just reach out to us, we're here.
Yeah. Reach out to us on Instagram or the Teen Clinic phone number, which you can still find anywhere on like our social media pages, which is like Facebook, Instagram, or I
The
think
website.
those are the two, and then the website also. So feel free to find for any information that you need, whether it's for testing, for mental health, for just speaking to anybody that, like, if you need someone to listen, just find us on those platforms, and we'll do our best to help you.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. See you all next week.
Bye.
Bye.